Previously on seasons past.
I need a doctor!
Obviously, none of that happened, but it was fun to edit. So, welcome back to Seasons Past, a Last of Us video series, where we cover each season of the game leading up to Last of Us Part 2. In the last video, we covered summer, and in this one, we're covering fall. Fair warning, I'm going to be doing that a lot. So we open fall with Ellie and Joe looking for Tommy's whereabouts. Joe's pretty sure his brother can help them locate the Fireflies and do him another secret solid that Ellie doesn't know about. While looking for Tommy's base, we get to see how Joe and Ellie have bonded over the last few months. Joe seems to have opened up just a little bit more around Ellie, but still has walls around some emotional areas, like grief. He doesn't want to talk about what happened to Henry and Sam.
Times do we need to go over this? Things happen. And we move on.
It's just...
That's enough.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Let's get to Tommy's.
He doesn't want to talk about what happened with his daughter.
Here. It's a little faded, but it still looks pretty good.
I'm good.
You sure? I mean...
I've said I'm good.
He just wants to get through and get this mission done. So we reach Tommy's settlement, and I gotta say, I'm so glad Tommy is not dead or evil. I think this could have been a very easy route to go down, and I'm happy they avoided that. He's just a person who wants to better the world and get back to some sense of normalcy. I love it so much. I'm also glad Maria doesn't die either. They don't fridge her for Joel or Tommy. She's alive and well and has one of my favorite interactions in the game with Joel.
Maria.
Here we go.
You. If anything at all happens to him, it's on you.
We're shown around the facility that Tommy and Co. has rebuilt for themselves. It's an electric dam that provides power to Tommy's main homestead. We see them get to turn the power back on.
God damn! We did it, boys!
And Joel asks Tommy to talk in private about...
Well, go on then.
She's immune.
Immune to what?
I've seen her, I know, I've seen her breathe enough spores to take down a dozen men. And nothing. Now, I wouldn't have believed it neither. But I can show you.
All right. I'll bite. Why bring her here?
I was supposed to deliver to the Fireflies. The way I figure they're your boys. You finish the job, you collect the whole damn payment.
I haven't seen a Firefly in years.
You know where they are. Now, I'm not asking for much, Tommy. I just want some simple gear, enough to set me on my way.
Joe wants Ellie gone, not in a mob sense. He just wants her off his hands. He wants to move on and return to his life of solitude, whiskey, and single-person survival. Tommy, of course, declines the offer because, you know, he has a family and a responsibility, people to look after, a town. You know, he just, a wife, you know, he's kind of moved on from Joel in Joe's life. He's kind of become his own man. And Joel takes it well. Then some bandits pop up to ruin the party. We introduce a couple of them to my friend Mr. Hatchet. And save Ellie and Maria, who are cooped up in an office. After the attack, Ellie starts to notice that maybe Joel doesn't want her around. So she runs away. And in pursuit of Ellie, Tommy and Joe mount some horses and we go on after her. We find Ellie on a tranquil ranch. I mean, this place is fucking wonderful. I mean, look, it's so picturesque. Just, mwah! It's, oh, beautiful. just so beautiful. I mean, if not for the apocalypse, I mean, we're, that works both ways in the game and in real life. But that's somewhere I would like to stay. That place is just grade A vacation material. When Joel comes face to face with Ellie, she's rightfully pissed at him for wanting to leave her behind.
Admit that you wanted to get rid of me the whole time.
Ellie has obviously grown closer to Joe during this venture, but Joe still sees her mostly as a package that needs to be delivered or switched between carriers. Ellie reveals that almost everyone in her life has left her or died. Something always comes along and rips away her loved ones, and now it's happening again, and it's tearing her apart. But even after Ellie's tearful plea, Joe still has his barriers up. As I said in the last video, Joe does not want to get close to this little girl. He doesn't want to love anything in this world. He doesn't want to have responsibility for anything in this world, because if you have those things in the world of The Last of Us, then you could lose those things, and Joel has lost a lot. He declines to be Ellie's anything and gives her off to Tommy. But eventually, after a long, contemplative, horsey ride, Joel starts to realize that maybe, just maybe, he might just care about Ellie and is willing to accept this temporary guardian position for a little while longer. So he takes Ellie off of Tommy's hands and rides west to a college that I don't remember the name of. What was the name again? Okay, apparently he can do that. They go to a college where they think the Fireflies are held up. Within those walls, we find ourselves a flamethrower, some monkeys, some clickers, a bloater, and a recorder that says the Fireflies are sadly gone.
Looking for the others. They've all returned to St. Mary's Hospital in Salt Lake City. You'll find them there, still trying to save the world. Good luck with that.
Damn. Then some bandits attack and the unthinkable happens. The mighty.
You asshole!
The invincible. The angry. Joe falls. No, not that one. No. No, not that one either. What? No. This. What the fuck? Not that one. No. There he is. That's the one. Yep. Good to see you. You're gonna be fine. You're in the next game. You're fine. It's cool. So yeah, Joel is down for the count, and Ellie is to the rescue. One of the things I do like about this chapter is Ellie more or less takes charge. She guides the action, whether that be running away or literally guiding our broken buddy Joel through the action.
No.
Well, can you walk?
Yes.
Then fucking walk!
Getting to the Fireflies is her journey, her destiny. The college was supposed to be her crossing the finish line. And with that, and on the flip side of her courage in this chapter, we also get to see her anxiousness. Not only her anxiousness of being alone, but also meeting the Fireflies, fulfilling her mission. She has constant questions about whether or not the Fireflies are there. What will they be like? Will they be able to help me? Will I be able to actually help the world? You know, all the questions you have before going into a job interview. The chapter ends with Joe down for the count as snow begins to fall, signaling Ragnarok. I mean, winter. Yeah, winter. Just a normal-ass winter. That one, yeah. The underlying theme for fall to me is acceptance. Acceptance of the world that these characters now live in, acceptance of responsibility, of family, and of love. This is a season where Joel is willing to one day accept Ellie as his own, and Ellie reveals that she's accepted him a long time ago as her own. Another thing that really stood out to me about fall is this thing is short. Which isn't a slight against the game at all, it's just surprising because summer took me about 5 hours and 2 sittings to complete, and fall took me 1 sitting and an hour and change. It was just a surprising, substantial difference between the two while trying to run through the game. Standouts gameplay wise were the flamethrowing. It's pretty cool.
That.
I never really used it almost at all in my previous playthroughs, but this time around I decided to give it a whirl, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all the new stuff this chapter gave me. Don't really. I mean, it was short. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. It's still good. It's still compelling, but I was just like really surprised by how short fall is compared to summer. So yeah, other than shooting some fire at some people and length, I don't really have that much to add to the closing of this video. You got anything? Where do you even go to fish? Thanks for watching the latest episode of Seasons Past. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you want to stay up to date on the next few episodes, hit that subscribe button. The next episode will be out Monday the 15th, and by the time this video is posted, Last of Us Part 2 reviews will be live, so hopefully there's some interesting stuff coming out of those. So until next time, to the edge of the universe and back, endure and survive.